tonight.
You don't have to run a half marathon every day to stay fit.
Making exercise fun for the whole family. New ideas for breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Couscous for breakfast, that's strange though.
It's not going to be strange when we finish cooking it.
And past contestant Sean Holbrook.
Ooh, he's a big fella, isn't he?
Inspires.
There was literally no trace that there'd ever been diabetes.
We've hit that time of the week again. It's Masterclass time. And it's really good because you kind of just get to switch off a little bit from trying to compete against everybody and really just absorb all the information that we're about to get.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to another Masterclass, which means it's time to get your minds out of the game. Right now, it's time to think about you and your life beyond. Helping you to lead a happy, healthy and fulfilling life is what we focus on here in Masterclass. First, to get this Masterclass started, I'm going to hand you over to Michelle.
Thanks, Hayley. Well, guys, I know that you are sore from the 21-kilometre half marathon, but just know when you go home, you don't have to run a half marathon every day to stay fit. You just have to get moving. You don't have to have formal sport or even a formal training session. It could be just a fun activity that you do with your friends and family. And my first one, believe it or not, is skipping.
I'll leave you to it.
Thanks, Hales.
Oh, look out, look out. Got skills.
Wow, as you can tell, my heart rate, well, I can feel it, my heart rate's up already. So it's great for burning calories. In fact, you can burn twice as many calories when you're skipping to when you're walking. So it's a pretty good activity as far as calorie expenditure. And if you remember back a few weeks ago as well, the man, Anthony Mundine, showed us how intense skipping can really be. So, first cab off the rank, Phoebe.
Yay!
Phoebe. When was the last time you skipped?
Not since primary school. Oh, I'm embarrassed now.
Let's go, Phoebes. Oh, yeah.
Yay! Oh, Phoebe!
Oh, yes!
Good girl, get into a rhythm. Good girl. Ah, so close. Phoebe, what's your heart rate?
157.
157. So
In like
literally
10 seconds.
in no time, your heart rate shoots. Rick,
I'll give it a go.
come on. All right, when was the last time you skipped?
Never.
You've never skipped?
Oh.
Got one.
Oh, look at
Perfect. Go, Rick.
yeah. Just a natural ability.
That's it. How's your heart rate? Should be up. Feeling it already. It's great for strength, coordination, cardio fitness, flexibility, and balance. It's a great way to train. I love it. But you can really up the fun factor when you add more people into the mix. Getting a big rope, adding more people to the mix. So I'm going to ask Dave and Shannon to come on out. One for you. One for you.
Thank you very much.
Nicely done.
We're not too far apart, guys.
All right, have a go.
I can't even see the rope.
Go, Lee.
I don't know how to get in there.
Come on, Lee, go.
Go, jump.
Yeah!
You'll get back out.
Oh, Phoebe, yes. Good. Keep the turning, keep it turning, keep it turning. Get into a rhythm. One, and one, and one. And... Yay!
Well
keep
done.
Going. I'm going to see if I can come in.
Good effort.
All right, my next family fun activity is the good old Frisbee. I never go to any picnic without packing one. All right, so if you've never thrown a Frisbee before, fingers go underneath, thumb on top, point the back of your hand to the direction you're throwing. Use your core. The more you brace your abs, the harder that throw is gonna be, or the better it'll be, and get into the legs as well. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Oh, nice, Dave.
Oh,
no,
teamwork.
nearly Phoebes. Get it, Caitlin!
It's like Piggy in the middle, isn't it?
Oh, look at that.
Great for upper body, great for core especially, and really good on the legs because you're having to bend down, pick it up, throw it, and then run for it. So great cardiovascular as well. Line it up, line it up.
Oh,
no.
Pick up, good pick up.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah!
That's right.
Okay, gang, so Frisbee throwing is fun. You guys were running around, having a laugh, getting some exercise, and you didn't even realise it. So next barbecue or picnic you go to, pack one of these, and you'll be surprised at who actually gets up and wants to play. And that's what it's all about, just having to play. My last favourite family activity involves my best four-legged friend in the world, and that's Paddy. Paddy, come on. Good boy. Yay. Sit. Good boy. Paddy also loves Frisbee, besides running, jumping, hopping, skipping, and everything else. Yeah. Bring it to my feet. Sit. Good boy. Now, it's well known that dog owners get stacks more exercise than most people. So a dog is a great thing when it comes to getting you out of the house because that little phase gets me out for a run every single day. Look at the ball chuck. Sit. Oh, good boy.
Loves that thing.
Good boy. A half-hour walk with your dog every day can give you the opportunity to lose up to 1 kilo every 9 weeks. So I can't rate having a dog more than anything. It just gets you active, it really makes you play and you have lots of fun, and it's a great way to burn calories. All right, so I think you can see that the quickest way to get on the road of health and fitness is to just simply get moving. And it doesn't have to be anything formal. What you've seen today is some fun family activities to get you outdoors and having a great time with your family and burning calories. I would recommend that you be doing about 30 minutes of activity every day. But you know what? 10 minutes is better than nothing. And I think you saw how quickly you can get your heart rate up in 10 minutes with that skipping rope. But right now, we're going to head back to Camp Biggest Loser to be with your favourite doctor, Dr. Swan. Let's go.
Go.
Come, Pad, you can come too.
So awesome.
Coming up,
In today's masterclass, I'd show you how to cook an entire day's meal.
3 recipes for a guilt-free day.
Breakfast, lunch and dinner.
And later, we meet the loser legend who conquered diabetes.
There's a lot of people out there with type 2 diabetes, and when they saw that you were actually able to get rid of it, that had everybody sit up and take notice.
Nice to see you all again. I hear you've been doing a bit of running.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this session, we're going to build on motivating yourself, getting going, keeping that energy going. But that's easier said than done. We all have dreams and aspirations. How are we actually going to achieve them once the Biggest Loser is over in life itself? And to talk about that, we've got Professor Bob Montgomery, one of Australia's leading psychologists, and he's actually president of the Australian Psychological Association. Why don't we welcome Bob?
Hey, Norman.
Hi, Bob. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming.
Good to be here.
How important are dreams and aspirations in your psychological health?
They're a good starting point. The key to getting motivated, staying motivated, is goal setting and useful goal setting, often misunderstood. So I'll give you some tips on how to set useful goals.
Before we do that, why don't we just ask what some dreams and aspirations are?
Exactly, because that's where you start.
Yeah.
How do I see myself in the future?
Dave?
Oh, for me, I want to progress in my career. My big motivation for coming here was to be a better dad and a better husband.
Yep. Lisa?
Probably my biggest goal at the moment is to keep the weight off, and you know,
Yep.
that's sort of probably a long-term goal, but I need to do that in increments to, you know.
So the aspiration, I can see myself being a good, healthy body weight,
Yeah.
something I feel comfortable with. Good.
Rick, what about you?
I want to be a police officer when I leave here, so...
Well, you're tall enough.
Yeah. So that's my aspiration.
Right. And a part of that is to meet their physical requirements.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, sounds good.
What about you, Shannon?
Oh, for me, I want to get married and start a family. You know, be healthy, something that I've never been before.
Yep. That's a good motivation, yeah.
How do you translate that dream into reality?
Okay. The most important things about useful goals, there are two that I'd really drum into here. A goal is an action plan. Here's what I'll do that makes my dream come true. So the first thing about a useful goal is, here are the steps I can take that'll make my goal likely to come true.
So the journey is as important as where you get to?
Absolutely. So my goal, managing my body weight, eat sensibly, get physically active, because they're the only two things that are under my control that are going to make a big difference. And when I see myself doing those two things, eating sensibly, being physically active, hey, pat on the back, Bob, good on you.
The big thing is, of course, when you go out into the big bad world, I mean, it doesn't take much to knock you off that process, that journey.
The other...
I'm going to give up.
No, the other characteristics of useful goals are they're realistically challenging. So realistically challenging means I'm allowed to have the special night out, dinner with my beloved, party, a few more drinks tonight because it's the new year, whatever it is, because I can live like that. A healthy lifestyle is affordable, practical, enjoyable, nutritionally sound. That's what you want, because this is how I can live forever.
Okay. Yeah. Bob, I guess for a lot of us, you know, we go to set goals, and the thing I've learnt sort of being in here is that you can achieve so much more than what you think you're capable of. I know sort of Rick and myself coming here probably had a goal of 110 kilos to get to. I'm only 3.3 kilos off that, and know that I've probably got a lot more to go than that. So, you know, I probably didn't even think in my wildest dreams that I would get there. So how do you, I guess, transition to know where your limits are and what is a reasonable goal?
That's a good question.
Yep. You make your first best stab. What do I think I can achieve? Make sure it's realistically challenging. So this will get me going, but I think I've got a good chance of achieving it, because you only get discouraged if you set goals that are too high. But it's quite common to need to adjust goals. You've either set it too high, it was unrealistic, and I'm going to wind up discouraged, adjust it down a bit, because the purpose is to get me going, not to get discouraged. Or you discover, hang on, that wasn't high enough, I'm actually capable, then you shift it up. You keep going until you've reached your personal best.
Bob, while I was growing up, I was always told never plan to fail, because if you do, you will. So should I plan to relapse, or should I just be aware that it's possible to happen?
Expect to relapse. Normal human beings slip back. Now, that's not a failure. The failure would be if you didn't see that as an opportunity to learn from it, what caused me to slip, and then you turn the slip into a total collapse. So expect the slips. Everyone slips. That's what I do about the slips. If I'm handling those successfully, that's a success, not a failure. A success is doing your personal best at this stage. That's the only meaningful definition of success. It may still be short of what you'd like to do in the end, how you'd like things to be most of your life, but it's your stepping stone on the way.
Just in summary then, Bob, it's the journey that counts.
Yes.
Take steps.
Yep.
Plan for relapse.
Yep.
And don't make it into a big deal. Just pick yourself up and get on.
And learn to like yourself. Take the steps to look after yourself, and then whatever turns out of that, that's you. And it's the only you you're ever going to have. Enjoy it.
Bob Montgomery, thank you.
Welcome, Norman.
See ya.
Good luck with it.
So there are some psychological steel belting for the future. And now you're going to go off with Janella and do some cooking for the whole day.
Coming up.
Today I'm going to make an orange couscous with sultanas and yoghurt.
Couscous for breakfast, that's strange though.
Couscous for breakfast is strange?
Janella cooks a quirky breakfast you can eat all day, every day.
Can I taste? Can I taste?
I'm ready.
And later,
Here they come, guys, get ready.
it's the battle of the lunchboxes in this week's challenge.
Caesar salad, Caesar salad.
Hi, Janella.
Hi, Phoebe. Caitlin. Shannon. Welcome back to Masterclass. Dr. Swan and his guest have just told you about goal setting, taking one day at a time. And it's the same with nutrition. So I thought in today's Masterclass, I'd show you how to cook an entire day's meal. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So let's start with breakfast. What most people eat is a bowl of cereal and some full cream milk. Those were the days, weren't they? So 2 cups of cereal is about 260 calories. And 1 cup of full cream milk, does anyone know?
200.
160, exactly. So there's a lot of calories there. There's over 400 calories. And the sodium content is what you really need to watch out for too, because as you've learned, if your sodium levels go up, then so does your blood pressure, and that will lead to heart disease and stroke. It's not a good look. So you've all been reducing your sodium. So I'm going to show you how to make a very yummy breakfast. Now, I know lots of people like cereal, and stick to your cereal. Use a whole grain. So you want to use oats or brown rice, muesli. But today I'm going to make an orange couscous with sultanas and yogurt. And Phoebe, would you like to come and help me? And lots of little screwed up faces, some happy ones, some bizarre looks. You know what couscous is?
Couscous for breakfast, that's strange though.
Couscous for breakfast is strange?
Yeah.
Very weird.
Okay. It's not going to be strange when we finish cooking it. Let's get started. Okay, Phoebes. Okay, so we're going to make orange and apricot. So I want to soften these apricots first. You don't really want them crunchy, so this is a nice warm breakfast. So, Phoebes,
Yes?
little knife for you. To take the seeds out of the apricots, or any stone fruit, run your knife around like that, and then like that. Then we want to quarter them. So like that.
Right.
In the pot, and then yours in the pot too. And I'm going to put in some sultanas as well. So 2 tablespoons of sultanas for 2 people. Sultanas are quite high in calories. There's no fat, hardly any protein, no sodium, but it's about the calories because they are, you know, 1 grape dried up. So you've got to go easy on dried fruit. They still are high in sugar, but it's a good sugar substitute as well. So we've got apricots and sultanas in there. And I'm going to juice 1 orange and soften it down a little bit. Do you want to turn that on, Phoebes, please?
One big one.
And I'm going to juice 1 orange in there. This is a really nice, juicy orange. So you do that one. So just low heat, just to soften the apricots and just to get some moisture into the sultanas to make them nice and plump. I have got here a vanilla bean. Oh, good. Everybody likes vanilla beans?
Yes.
There's 7 calories in that and 0 protein, 0 fat, 0 sodium. So this is a really nice way to put flavour into your meals. Tip of it there in the top of the pod, slice it down the middle. Let's try and get the seeds out like that. And in the bowl. Spoon out of the top drawer there.
Yeah.
And we've got 1 cup of low-fat yogurt. This is for 2 people, so half a cup each. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw the pod in there.
Huh.
Yeah, just to not waste it. And you can use the pod again and again. Okay, so what we've got here, half a cup of couscous. It's quite high in calories, as you probably all know. It's about 330 calories, so that's for 2 people. So the breakfast cereals that we eat are made from grains. A lot of them are refined and processed. So they're white. They take all the nutrients out, which is the problem. They're high GI. So a complex grain like couscous is great. It's a grain like any other grain. It's couscous, spelt, rye, barley, oats. It's just another grain. So it's not that bizarro to have for breakfast, really, is it? It's just not usual. It will be now, though, once you taste this. OK, so we bring that to the boil.
Yep.
I'm going to put the couscous in the pot. Phoebe's going to give it a stir. So we're just going to leave that now for about 2 minutes until it's cooked, and then we're going to plate it up. So we've got low-fat yogurt here. It's a good substitute for full-fat milk.
Just a question. I love breakfast cereal. I literally eat it for like breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, dessert. I could eat it for any meal of the day.
Athletes do that.
This is obviously a dish that takes time to prepare. Is it something that you can prepare and keep?
But that would last 3 or 4 days, and it would get better over the next few days because the apricots would soften a little bit more and take all the moisture on. Okay, let's get a fork and fluff him up, as you do with couscous. Like that. Yum. Give it a little flake with the fork. And now this is for 2 people, remember? Or Hayley and Hayley. Okay. Yum. Avoid your vanilla podge. That's not really to be eaten at this point. Let's do half a cup of our lovely yogurt with the vanilla. And Phoebe.
Yes.
Come. Can I taste? Can I taste?
I'm ready.
Okay, I'm just going to make him look. Okay, so there is our beautiful breakfast. Looks good, doesn't it? And it was quick and easy and no fuss. You can smell it from here.
I'm excited.
Good. Haven't seen you excited before about something I've made.
It's just, you can really taste the orange in the couscous.
Can you taste the vanilla pod?
It's divine.
Great. At just over 300 calories, that's got over 100 calories less than your cereal. It's got less than half the sodium, and in my opinion, 300 to 400 times yummier than processed cereal. That is a great way to kickstart your day. So let's do lunch.
Up next on The Biggest Loser, the simple lunch that lasts till dinner.
Now that's what you call a sambo.
And later,
And this isn't what I'm going to be making.
the lowdown on low-cal pork.
There's about 100 calories in each 100 gram of pork, so about the same as fish and chicken. So we've just made a nutritious breakfast, a good way to start the day. Next meal is lunch. So I'm going to show you how to make a healthy sandwich. Most people think sandwiches are healthy no matter what, but really it's the type of bread you choose, as you guys all know now, and what you put inside that counts. A pretty typical sandwich in Australia, white bread, in the old days before you knew better, which sends your blood sugar up because it's high GI. So you get a nice little hit and then you crash and then you need more. So that just leads to weight gain and all sorts of health problems. On that sandwich we have 3 slices of salami and 2 slices of processed cheese. And then we've got lashings of margarine. There's about 590 calories in that sandwich.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot, isn't it? So let's make a healthy sandwich with a really nice low GI bread and some salmon. Okay, Shannon, up you come. You're going to give me a hand.
Let's do it.
Okay, I'm going to make a Mediterranean salmon and chickpea sandwich. Okay, Shannon, chickpeas.
Yep.
Half a cup. Great source of protein, low fat, good source of complex carbohydrates for sustained energy. Half a cup.
Yep.
Cumin powder, please, which will give it that nice taste of the Mediterranean, like when you get hummus or falafel. Yum. 1 teaspoon of cumin powder. Garlic and lots of herbs. So some parsley, basil and a little bit of mint. So about half a cup of herbs. Good source of calcium, magnesium, folate. It's a good idea to include them in everything. There's no salt in there. Get it as smooth as you can. You might need a little bit of water to make it into a paste because we're not using oil. Traditionally, there would be oil in that, but not in this house.
Smells good.
Can you smell that?
Beautiful, yeah.
Smell the mint.
Janella, instead of those types of herbs, could you use any different ones?
Absolutely. Anything you've got growing, or not growing, anything in the supermarket. Tarragon, chives, coriander, oregano, thyme, anything.
Yummy.
Are you prepared to have a little taste along the way?
Definitely.
Ah!
Now, could you use this as like a rub on something, like a rub on a chicken?
Absolutely. You could use this for anything, a dip. You spread on your sandwiches, your wraps. Instead of mashed potato, put it with, say, sweet potato, add it to your mash. You could throw an egg in that and make patties out of that.
Be good with some chilli.
Chili, exactly. And that's a falafel, really. That's all falafel is. Okay, let's put that to one side and let's now make our mixture for our sandwich. Okay, I have 200 grams of red salmon there for 2 sandwiches. And I've used salmon for a reason. It has really high amounts of omega-3, which are really important for your brain, memory, longevity, beautiful skin, good heart health. I'm going to get you to just chop that into quarters. And can you dice that for me?
Here we go.
Small, yeah, just rough, doesn't matter. So I'm going to get rid of that juice and we're going to mash it up to make kind of a nice even spread. The bones, I know, might freak a lot of people out, but if you just squash them, see how they just break away like that? They dissolve. That's why it's a good idea to smash it as well. Those bones are a really good source of calcium. And people think you have to drink full cream milk all the time to get your calcium, but you don't. There are things like the bones in the salmon that are really great. And almond, broccoli, green leafy vegetables, tofu. Okay, while Shannon's doing that, I've got a gherkin or a dill pickle. Okay, like so. Pickles have got salt in them, but depending on the brand again, some have less. And you want to get them with sea salt and honey. Do you want to give that a little mix?
Yep.
So in you go. Let's put some pepper in it. Okay, so I'm just going to grab the bread and bits and pieces. Okay, so when you choose your bread, make sure that it's whole grain. You need oat, barley, rye, whole wheat, things with soy and linseed in it, pumpkin seed. Whole grains are great because they keep your energy sustained for longer and they keep everything on the inside and outside working better. So make sure you do get whole grains. If you get stuck and you're not sure, then you look for a little symbol that says low GI. So let's assemble our sandwich. So first of all, I'm going to put half of our chickpea spread on. Yum, that smells great, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It smells really good.
Some people need to have lashings of butter or lashings of margarine. And if you are one of those people, then choose a butter substitute that's actually going to lower your cholesterol. You might as well get one that's doing some good at the same time. So have a look at it and it will say lowers cholesterol. And I'm going to slice up a little bit of tomato. Okay, a couple of lettuce leaves. Do you want to do the honours with the cutting, Shannon?
All right.
Now that's what you call a sambo. You should get your chompers into that, Shannon.
With pleasure. Oh.
This is a big sandwich, but we want a filling lunch. You don't want to have a little tiny white bread sandwich with cheese on it so you're hungry by dinner and eat too much at dinner time. So big breakfast, big lunch, and a smallish dinner.
That's absolutely beautiful. I would definitely eat that for lunch.
Can you taste the cumin powder and the chickpeas in the bottom?
The cumin you can't really. The chickpeas is really good on the bread. The salmon's just absolutely beautiful. And so is the bread.
Oh, lovely. Thank you, Shannon.
Not a problem. Thanks.
Janella, roughly how many calories would that have?
About 430 calories. Do you want to come up and taste?
Love to.
Good. See, this will get you over your cereal fetish, hopefully.
No, it won't, but I'll try it. Ooh.
Yeah, it's a big sandwich. Oh, good girl. She knows how to eat.
Good. Beautiful. I'm not a lover of red onion, but love that.
Good. Leave the onion out.
Oh,
great.
Thank you.
So there we have a Mediterranean salmon sandwich. It's low GI, low fat, high omega-3s. There's about 430 calories there and a really great way to sustain your energy for the rest of the day. Then you can have a yummy smaller dinner, which we're about to make, stir-fry pork.
Up next, it's out with the old
So there's no hoisin, there's no oyster sauce, there's no sweet chilli sauce.
and in with the new.
It's so yummy. This is a better thing to eat than rice at night, even brown rice. After after a healthy breakfast and a really healthy lunch, you wouldn't want to spoil it by going home and getting a takeaway. So let's make a healthy dinner. And this isn't what I'm going to be making. I know there's nothing that could make you guys eat that.
Oh, yes, there is.
Yeah, there is.
No. Okay, pork spare
Come on,
ribs.
that looks good.
Oh, Rick, stop it. There's 1,100 calories in that, and it's not just from the really, really fatty cut of meat. I'm really sad you're all looking so happy looking at that. Look, even Hayley, like everybody's going, yum. This is not yum. It's going to clog your arteries, clog your intestines, make you feel heavy and lethargic and just sit on the couch and watch DVDs. That's not going to encourage you to get up and go and play a game of squash. Pork isn't always bad. It's just the cut of meat that you choose. So you want to use a nice lean piece of pork fillet, and it's usually got a nice little tick from the Heart Foundation on it. Okay, say goodbye.
Bye.
Good riddance. Okay, Sensible Lisa, would you like to come up and make
Sensible Lisa.
a pork stir fry with me? There's no way I'm getting any of you guys up. You're just going to be sneaking over eating the spare ribs. Okay.
Yes.
Let's make some pork stir fry. So would you mind going to the fridge, please, and getting me the nice, healthy piece of pork that has no fat on it? Okay, so this is a 200-gram piece of pork. And see, there's very limited fat on there. So there's about 100 calories in each 100 gram of pork, so about the same as fish and chicken. Now, instead of using oil, this is an oil-free recipe. So we're going to start with some stock to cook the onions. There's 1 cup of low-sodium vegetable stock there. I'm using half a cup for 2 people. So don't be afraid to make stir-fries. A lot of people think that they go soggy, that you stew your veggies. You just throw it in all together. Slice. Let the onion cook a little bit first. And I'm going to put in a clove or 2 of garlic. I know you guys are all garlic lovers. Okay, let's put 2 in then, hey? Low calorie, no carb hardly. It's good. Has anyone not made a stir fry? Everyone's made a stir fry. Oh, that's great. Had you before you came to Biggest Loser? Had you, Rick? No, you've never made a stir fry. Getting silent.
Come on.
Lots of garlic. You can use a tablespoon of ginger, you can use a teaspoon of ginger, you can use no ginger, but we know ginger's great for digestion and good for weight loss. Go ahead. Ginger in the pot.
So good.
Smells good. And so it's just softening without the oil. Okay, let me give you something to do. Okay, let's do a carrot first, hard. So chop that up into juliennes, into little strips. Okay, so I'm just going to roughly chop the coriander stem, gives it lots of flavour. And we want to use things like herbs and spices, as we know now, to get flavour instead of sauces and oils. Half a capsicum. Take the white bits out. And then, so half a capsicum, for 2 people. About 1/4 of a head of broccoli for 2 people. Don't forget the stalks. They're yummy. So I'm just going to chop that into broccoli stems in. Okay, stir. Hey, carrots going there, Lise?
Nearly there.
Shiitake mushrooms. They're only about 5 calories each. And they're really good immune boosters and good antivirals. All right, so those veggies are nearly cooked. I'm going to use a little bit of this stock, about half a cup, and then put the pork in. And just let it cook in there while the cooked veggies are cooking. Chop the end off your bok choy, and just, that's it.
Okay, you leave it whole.
Like that? Snow peas. Got about half a cup of snow peas. Okay, you just want that pork to go white. Get rid of all the red bits. Has anyone ever heard of quinoa? Oh, good, something new. This is a seed from a herb in South America, so it's not a grain. It's really high in protein, it's high in calcium, it's high in iron and high in fibre. They call it the mother grain in South America. It's gluten-free. Some people call it quinoa in Australia, but the correct pronunciation is quinoa. You can get red quinoa and you can get black quinoa. And you can get one that's got the 3 in it, which is really pretty. So you cook it just like rice. So double the amount of liquid to quinoa, but cook it the same way as you would any grain. Bring it up to the boil, drop it down to a simmer. It'll take about 7 to 10 minutes. It's quick. So let's have a look at our pork, beautiful. Let's stir our veggies through, and some cabbage. Right at the end, you do your leafy things. So, cabbage, in, bok choy, in, and then your sauces. So I've got 1 teaspoon of fish sauce, 1 tablespoon of low sodium tamari, and 1 teaspoon of sesame oil. So there's no hoisin, there's no oyster sauce, there's no sweet chilli sauce. There's just all beautiful, healthy sauces for you. Put the lid on. Question from Phoebe.
What's in hoisin that makes it bad?
MSG, sugar, lots of salt. Do you want to do one and I'll do one? A spring onion?
Yep.
You need some spring onions in a stir fry.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you what the quinoa looks like. Cooked. It's so yummy. This is a better thing to eat than rice at night, even brown rice, because brown rice is quite dense. It takes a lot of energy to use it up. So go for the quinoa at night. You can get quinoa milk and you can get quinoa flakes to have for breakfast instead of oats. Okay, let's have a look at our stir fry. It's looking pretty yummy.
So the veggies have just steamed on the top there, really.
Yeah, that's it. You don't want to cook green leafies too long. You kill all their goodness. All the folate goes, the magnesium. So you just really, yeah, steam them, exactly. Let's get a plate. So we've made enough for 2 here. So half the quinoa. So let's get the pork out. Okay, some bok choy. And let's get some nice greens. Does that look delicious?
That looks good.
Great. Some of that yummy stock. And then at the end, let's put on some beautiful coriander and those nice spring onions. Beautiful stir fry. Miss Lisa? You've never had it before?
No, never.
I live on quinoa. It's like my favourite food.
But it's no different to like rice or anything like that that you would have with it, so...
So it's not, does it feel hard or softer or?
No.
The same, does it have a flavour? Is it nut? It's nuttier, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just sort of a little bit bitty, that's all. It's nice though.
Good.
I'd eat it.
Like couscous a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, very
Thanks
good.
for your help.
Thank you.
Nicely chopped with the pork.
I'm sure.
Thank you. A healthy stir fry using lean pork with just over 300 calories. So that's a great dinner. So now you've seen a healthy breakfast, lunch and dinner. So I hope you're going to try that when you get home.
Janella, thank you so much for inviting us back to the kitchen. I'm definitely going to try the breakfast. I love the couscous idea. Sandwiches are beautiful and I'm loving the pork idea, better than the spare ribs, Rick. So definitely a must for the family tomorrow night. Well, guys, we love you, Janella, but it's time to head back to the big gym where you guys have a special guest waiting for you.
Thanks, guys. See you next week.
Thanks, Janella.
Bye.
Coming up,
That's not me. Yeah, that guy died, I think.
life after loser.
Well, right now I'm in love.
Oh,
So.
that's nice.
And I think I understand love with a whole new definition that has a completely different meaning for me now.
And later, in the Masterclass Challenge, the contestants take fat out of the packed lunch.
Like a healthy version.
All right, how are you going to make a Caesar salad healthy? Like this, I want to know.
Well, Shannan and I have seen some amazing transformations in our time on Biggest Loser. We've seen some contestants lose up to 50%, even more, of their body weight. And what comes with that is the huge transformation, not just physically, but mentally and how they live their life. More confidence, they're more positive, and with that, their lifestyle really changes to a future that they never thought possible. Our special guest today is a past contestant who's managed to combine all three transformations: his body, his mind, and his lifestyle. And along the way, he's also managed to find love. His name, Sean Holbrook.
Well, guys, there you go.
Mwah, have a seat.
Thanks.
Well, Sean, it's great to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too, though.
Before we go any further, I think we should take a little step back.
Yeah.
And just remember the man that you were when you walked into Biggest Loser on day one. So take a look behind you.
Ooh, he's a big fella, isn't he?
Now, Sean, when you see that, what does that make you think?
I have no idea who that is.
Wow.
That's not me. Yeah, that guy died, I think.
When you walked in to Camp Biggest Loser at that weight,
I'm 45 years of age. I've recently found out that I have diabetes. I've got an older brother who passed away about 5 years ago. He was overweight and unfit. He had diabetes. He didn't make it to being over 40, which is ridiculous.
and you were a very severe type 2 diabetes, weren't you?
So severe that initially they couldn't even get any readings until they medicated me and put me on insulin and all that kind of stuff. That actually wouldn't read on the AccuCheck. So.
It was pretty bad.
And so I couldn't sleep for more, like the maximum sleep I ever got was an hour. So, because you wake up, your mouth's dry, you've got to go to the toilet, you know, all that kind of thing. And so you're constantly tired. And I would fall asleep in the middle of a conversation. I'd fall asleep on the telephone. I'd fall asleep at the lights or just fall asleep.
And so then you came on the show and lost the weight.
Yeah.
And an extraordinary amount of weight. And then you went back to the same doctor.
That's right.
Tell me what he said.
He'd gotten the results back from a particular test which showed how much damage had been caused by having excessively high sugar. And there was literally no trace that there'd ever been diabetes. He couldn't believe it. It was completely gone. And he stood up out of his chair and he had tears in his eyes and he shook my hand. And I'm like, you know, he said, you did it. And I said, yeah, but you told me I could do it, you know. And he said, yeah, but I've never met anyone that actually did.
So a doctor, in theory, knows that if you lose the weight and you change your lifestyle, you can actually get rid of diabetes, but he'd never actually seen anyone do it.
That's right, yeah.
I mean, that story that resonates with me and has done ever since we had that conversation. I've never forgotten it.
Yeah, he was just completely amazed.
I think the story of your type 2 diabetes inspired a lot of people, because there's a lot of people out there with type 2 diabetes, and when they saw that you were actually able to get rid of it through the changes of your lifestyle, your nutrition and exercise, I think that had everybody sit up and take notice.
Yeah.
You know, interestingly, you were eliminated not early, but it certainly wasn't anywhere near the end.
That's right.
And you managed to go home and just ramp it up at home.
I don't know if I ever believed that I could do it or, you know, that I could achieve what I wanted to achieve, but you guys know what it's like. You take one step at a time. It's baby steps. You know what I mean? The next foot follows. You know, you just do the best that you can and have faith in yourself. I mean, part of the journey is finding out, you know, sort of like uncovering those issues which led you to being so big in the first place, they're still there or they've already been handled, right? But those issues really are what have to be confronted, aren't they? Once you start on this journey, it never stops. And since then, I've had another look. You know, I've continued to look at myself and question some of my attitudes and question, I mean, it's an attitude to sit at a table and disregard everything and just stuff food into your mouth willy-nilly. You're never really satisfied, never really full. There's two really important things that I took home in relation to weight loss. Shannan made it clear to me when he said at least 70% of weight loss is nutrition. You are what you eat, what you put in your mouth or don't put in your mouth. There are consequences, right? Isn't there? And the second most important thing is vanity. Yeah? You know, vanity's usually looked upon as being a negative and a bad thing because it's portrayed as selfishness or a person thinking only of themselves, but it's important.
It's about self-respect.
It is about self-respect, and it's about...
And wanting to be the best version of yourself.
Absolutely.
There's nothing wrong with that. I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Absolutely. It wasn't until the night of finale that I actually felt that I had achieved something. And I went, my God, I've done it. I went, who's that? Is that Brad Pitt? You know, I mean, man, I look like a rock star. And I felt like one.
That's awesome. That's amazing. So what's life like now at 92 kilos? Fit, strong, active?
Well, right now, I'm in love.
Ah.
So...
Well, that's nice.
And I think I understand love with a whole new definition. It has a completely different meaning for me now.
I guess that's because you love yourself first.
Yeah, I think it's part of it, a big part of it. I think it's difficult to be able to love somebody properly and fairly unless you can love yourself first. I think that's important. Very true.
I've got a question. When you were in Camp Biggest Loser, did you ever get a bit scared about going home, or did you ever freak out about what could be waiting for you when you got home?
You're not the same person. You won't be the same person. That you can guarantee. So be prepared for that. Be prepared to find out who you are. So when you get out there, there's going to be a huge bunch of differences. And with that, you need to remain focused on losing weight, right? Looking after yourself. That's the most important thing.
Thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you back. And, you know, you're a testament to someone who's been able to get out there and achieve it. And I know you're having a great life now, so I couldn't be happier for you, Sean.
Thank you, Michelle.
Congratulations,
Thanks for
mate.
having me, darling.
Thanks for coming in. And you've done amazing.
Thanks, guys. See you all again.
Good luck, Ed.
Well, I definitely got something from that, and I really hope that you drew some inspiration and some motivation. Now, I know Sean mentioned something about nutrition being about 70 to 80% of weight loss. So we're going to head back to the kitchen for our Masterclass challenge, which hinges on just that, nutrition. I need you to get changed, and let's go.
Up next, the Masterclass challenge.
You've got 1 hour and you're cooking for 20 very hungry people. So get cracking.
But are cracks appearing in the Caesar salad?
What have you done? They came back to me and they were like, ruined. I don't know how he went wrong.
We walked into the kitchen and we saw Shannan, Hayley and Michelle all waiting for us at the end. It looked like the benches were set up. It's time for a kitchen challenge at Masterclass.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome back to the Masterclass kitchen. Normally, we're here for Janella, but now we're here for a challenge. Once you leave Camp Biggest Loser, you're going to find yourselves back in the workforce and you're going to face potential disaster 240 times a year. Lunch.
What I used to eat for lunch was probably more than what most people would have in a whole day.
I bet it was often the most unhealthy meal of the day.
Looking back at the lunches I used to eat, I'm pretty horrified. I would be eating close to 2 days' worth of food in one sitting.
Well, we want your routine to be a healthy one, week after week, year after year. So in today's challenge, you're going to have to prepare several healthy and tasty meals that you'll happily take to lunch. Now, to start this challenge, I'm going to split you into pairs. Caitlin, you can be with David. Rick and Lisa, you two are together. And that leaves Shannon and Phoebe. And next, I'm giving you different lunch options. Caitlin and David, you are on sandwich duty. Rick and Lisa, you're rustling up some wraps.
That's good.
Good.
And Shannon and Phoebe, you're on salads.
Before coming to Biggest Loser, I was an avid eater of salads, but mine come a little bit different. They were between a bun and a patty. There's often lettuce, pickle, onion in a burger, so that's pretty much a salad.
And here's how the challenge will work. Each pair has to prepare their lunch option from the healthy ingredients on this table. And you're not just making lunch for yourselves. You're making lunch for 20.
Of course we are.
1 hour from now, a circuit class of 20 people will be finishing up at the local gym. And when these gym junkies are done with their workout, they'll be eager to refuel. And your lunches will be on the menu. And when they've all finished eating, we're going to ask them to vote on which lunch option they liked best. In deciding their votes, they're going to consider calories, nutritional value, presentation and flavour, the whole package. If your lunch tops the poll, then the illustrious Masterclass Shield will be yours.
When I leave Camp Biggest Loser, I want to take the Masterclass Shield with me. I want my name on that thing as many times as I can. I've got it 3 times and I want it 4th.
Rick is up there 3 times. I'm not there once. I need to be on the Masterclass Shield.
So, what are you waiting for? Get to it.
The first thing I thought of when Hayley said we were at salads was a Caesar salad.
Fat-free mayo?
I definitely need the mayo if we're going to do a Caesar.
I think doing the Caesar salad, it was a little bit of a risk, but if we could turn it into a really low-calorie option, people would be like, whoa, I can have Caesar salad without it, totally blowing my calorie limit. Ready?
That's it.
Let's cook.
Let's cook.
We got wraps, which was great because I know Rick eats wraps quite regularly, so that was a good option.
Me and Lisa decided to split the job, 10 wraps each. She was going to do 10 vegetarian wraps and I was going to do 10 chicken and salad wraps.
Yep, a little bit of salt maybe, that will do it.
For this challenge, I got teamed up with Caitlin, which for me was a good choice. I was happy with my choice. I thought we could give this a really good shake.
So what have you guys got?
Well, I think we're going to do a beef and salad type option and a ham and salad type option. So I think with the ham, we can go with some seeded mustard on there to give it a bit of extra zing.
Yeah.
And with the roast beef, I think we're going to use some tomato salsa in there to give that a bit of zing as well, because it's very low in calories.
And these are sandwich options.
Sandwich options. The ingredients that Caitlin and I selected, firstly, were the meats. It was really easy for us with the ham and the beef. We made sure that they were low-fat options. When we selected the bread for our sandwiches, I'm a big fan of the Bergen weight management bread. I think it's my favourite bread in the house, and I knew that would go fantastic with the beef and the salsas. We also had to get our condiments right with our mustard and salsa, and then it's down to the salad and, common sort of salad ingredients. A bit of onion, and we thought we'd had everything pretty much covered. Let's do it.
Guys, this is just a reminder, you've got 1 hour and you're cooking for 20 very hungry people. So get cracking.
The main idea for the salad was going to be a healthy version of a Caesar salad. In the real world, at a restaurant, the Caesar salad is notorious for being 500, 600, even 700 calories. And although it's a salad, it's not a healthy option. So the fact that we're providing a healthy option is definitely going to turn some heads.
Shannan and I, we did a little bit of Parmesan cheese, so 10 grams of Parmesan cheese. We made a low-fat mayo dressing, took the skin off the chicken breast, pan fried it. We used Bergen soylent bread and cut it up into little cubes, a little spray of olive oil into the oven for baked croutons. And everyone loves croutons.
They look great. God, that is very clever. You're making your own homemade croutons.
Lots of little simple things that made it really healthy.
So you've got this out for your chicken? All right, so we're steaming chicken.
I was pretty nervous of making my chicken avocado wraps. Lisa told me to steam the chicken. I'd never steamed chicken before, so I didn't know what to do. You know, I didn't know how much water to put in. I didn't have an idea, a clue at all.
I'm a bit of a fan of steamed chicken because it keeps it really moist. Is that the reason why you're doing that, Rick?
I don't know. I normally just George Foreman everything, so.
George Foreman.
For the grilled vegetable wrap, I char grilled the capsicum so that I could take all the skin off, and that just makes it nice and sweet. And then I just used the frying pan with a very light spray on to do my pumpkin, zucchini, eggplant. And then I just did up the ricotta with some chopped basil and just wrapped them up. It was quite easy. What do you reckon? Good? Yeah? Mish?
Beautiful, mate. They look great.
So that's what you do with the chicken ones. Just fill them, roll them. So don't make them too big because, like, they're tasty.
Since coming to Camp Biggest Loser, I've discovered the wonderful world of salsa. You get to eat a lot of it for not a lot of calories, and I pretty much would eat salsa on everything. I don't have it on my oats for breakfast, but I pretty much have it on everything else.
It's the secret ingredient, mate, is it?
Secret ingredient, mate.
Personally, I wouldn't eat a roast beef and salsa sandwich. Just the thought of it is a bit odd.
All right, Caitlin, so you're using a spread on the sandwiches. I notice it's a proactive spread, so what's the benefit to that?
It lowers your cholesterol absorption.
Nice.
All right, how are you going to make a Caesar salad healthy? Like this, I want to know.
We'll use, for the dressing, we use low-fat mayonnaise and lemon juice.
Yeah, good.
We've got our chicken breast, which obviously no fat, will take the skin off.
Yeah.
We can slice that pretty finely to put into the salad.
A little bit of Parmesan, that's not too many calories. We'll use a whole boiled egg and take the yolks out.
All right.
So we have
the second one, that was the second option.
We're going to do a tuna and chickpea salad, so there's a bit of carb in there.
Phoebe came up with a great idea to do a tuna and chickpea salad because it was going to give the guys back everything they just lost in their workout.
Do you want nice and thin? Do you want to do thin strips of snow peas and I'll do the shallots? I got a little bit nervous at Shannan, you know, because I'm a bit of a control freak when I was like, I can't trust you to cut the shallots the way I want them to. I'll do the shallots. I don't know if I trust you enough with the shallots. So I left him in charge of the eggs. So I was like, everyone can boil eggs, everyone can peel boiled eggs. Not Shannan.
I have never boiled an egg in my life. It's something that you think's very easy to do, but I mean, you just put an egg in water and you boil it. But I didn't know how long to boil it for. I didn't know if it was supposed to be cold or warm. You know, who knows? Who cares?
What have you done?
Let's move on. Let's move on.
What have you done?
That's so crazy.
They came back to me and they were like, ruined. I don't know how he went wrong. I'm never trusting him with my eggs again.
Guys, it's looking and smelling fantastic, but this is a reminder we now only have 15 minutes left, so you probably should start getting packing.
I was starting to panic because I think Caitlin and I were still preparing our food, and I thought, gee, I hope we can slap these sandwiches together pretty quickly because we may run out of time.
Hayley said there was 15 minutes to go and we were just chucking salads together left, right and centre. Chicken, egg, parmesan. Oh yeah, croutons, they go on top.
Our wraps looked really good. Rick had done a fantastic job and I think he was proud as punch, you know, that he'd got them together and that they looked really good.
Oh, that looks fantastic.
Okay, everyone, 3, 2, 1, and finish up, pack up, and let's get moving.
Winnie, we're good to go?
Yep.
Excellent, let's go.
Next, the gym junkies decide.
How are you? And we've got a healthy Caesar salad.
Will Shannan be a legend this lunchtime?
When we arrived at Fitness First, we head straight into the cafe. We set up our little table with our salads and knew we were about to win.
I thought with the options that we had, a Caesar salad under 200 calories, another salad 150 calories. I mean, what great options. I thought the gym girls were going to be really impressed.
We estimated our wraps to be around 300 calories, 250. And compared to what I used to eat for lunch, that's minimal.
Dave and I estimated that the calorie content of each sandwich would be around 300 calories.
Looking at our sandwiches, I thought they stood a really good chance of winning today's challenge. I thought that the 20 gym junkies would be pretty happy with a nice hearty sandwich at the end of their workout, and I thought we can win this thing.
Here they come, guys. Get ready.
Who likes chicken Caesar salad? Caesar salad! I wasn't really paying much attention to what the wraps and the sandwiches were doing. As far as I was concerned, they were going to be left with 20 each because our salads were going to go straight away. How are you? And we've got a healthy Caesar salad. Yeah? Would you like some sauce?
Yes, definitely.
They were a bit interested to find out exactly how we'd managed to keep it so low in calories. And once we explained it, they were wrapped. Enjoy.
An avocado. This one's vegetarian and there's wholemeal or white for you with char-grilled vegetables, and it's got a little bit of ricotta and basil. No worries, enjoy.
When everyone started coming in, they decided to come to my wraps, and they also went to Shannan's salads. He needed a miracle to beat me, and everyone loved his Caesar salad.
Oh, they look like ready for a big sandwich.
Sandwiches of the week.
Was they that good? Oh, excellent. Well, I mean, if that's good, I guess you can have another one. Oh, sandwich, I'm sure.
How are you both?
Caesar, so we've got tuna and chickpea salad.
Oh, that's cool. I like
Phoebe and I were just completely ecstatic that people loved our salads. They were gone, and we were about to win.
There was a bit of a late rush on the sandwiches. That's because the chicken wraps were gone, the salads were gone. You go for whatever's left.
Oh, they're very tasty, made with love. You're most welcome, enjoy.
Enjoying that?
Yeah, it's quite nice. Chicken's nice, salad's good, but it's a little bit dry.
Everyone says the sandwich is the best, and it looks the best too.
The wrap's really nice. What have we got? Looks like chicken, cucumber. I mean, I would probably go the Caesar salad, personally. The wrap was good. I'm not a big tuna fan.
I tasted the Caesar salad in the wrap, and I liked the Caesar salad the best.
Like the wrap the best.
I think the tuna salad is a little bit too dry for my liking, so my vote will be going with the chicken wrap.
So now it was up to us to wait and let them decide who was going to be the winner of the Masterclass Shield.
Salads.
He loves his sandwiches. He loves his sandwiches.
He likes salads.
Thank you.
Well, welcome back, guys. By the looks of your tray, there's hardly any food left, so they must have loved it. Guys, you were there. What did you think?
Well, I think the gym junkies were a tough audience. The fact that you all had their nutrition and health in your hands was a really good thing, and you did a good job with it. You used cholesterol-lowering spreads, a tiny spread of avocado and things like that, rather than using full-fat butters and margarines.
And some of the breads that we used, the whole grain, the seed breads, and of course even the wraps enabled you to actually get more vegetables inside. But most importantly, we had a taste, and they tasted good.
You'd eat them?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you've definitely shown that lunch doesn't have to be a junk food trap that weighs you down. So who was it that won over our health-conscious gym junkies?
I had absolutely no doubt that salads were going to win. Phoebe and I both knew that they tasted great. They were going to give the guys everything they needed. They were low in calories, and it's everything that they need.
Well, Shannan and Phoebe, your sensational salads pulled 5 votes. Congratulations. Caitlin and David, your super sangers pulled. Also, 5 votes. Congratulations.
We got 5 votes out of 20 people. I didn't ask for a recount. I just didn't feel that would be the right thing to do. We haven't won, we haven't done enough. I haven't won again, and I'm pretty sure I'm now cursed. And anybody in the future that will be my partner will not win.
But, Rick and Lisa, your raps proved to be a smash hit of the day. Congratulations.
I was really happy to win the Masterclass Shield this week. That gives me 4 wins. You know, I love to win, and I won by a landslide, so I flogged Shannon.
Come up and accept it. Congratulations. Rick, I'll give this to you again to enjoy it with Lisa.
I was stoked that we were getting our name on there again. You know, I think Ricky's name's getting a bit ingrained in that wood though, so I think a few people will want to take him out soon.
Well done, Rick and Lisa. But that brings Masterclass to a close for another week.
When I leave Camp Biggest Loser, I'm going to do a lot more cooking for myself. You know, then I know what's in it. I know what nutrition's in it, and I can cook for myself and my girlfriend.
As usual, there were many great ideas for you to take hold of and use in the years to come. But now the Biggest Loser competition resumes, so it's game on, and you have a weigh-in looming. So good luck with last chance training, and I'll see you at the weigh-in.
6:30 Sunday.
Last chance training, boys!
We're about to get smashed.
Shannon and Michelle pull out all the stops
Do you want it or not?
as the contestants fight it out
Contestants, it's time to weigh in.
to survive the yellow line.
I want to be here when my brother walks back in.
Plus, in the outback,
Things a bit tougher out here. I just didn't know how it'd go.
the unthinkable happens.